Hi, Dr. Mary Oliver here. Welcome. I'm so excited that you have joined the summit, and I want to dive into some of the key words and concepts that we'll be using. The different speakers, their experiences, the terminology they use may be new to a lot of you. So I don't want any of you feeling lost. I want you to feel equipped. So, um, I hope this will help things land more deeply as you're going through the recordings. So I also have a vocabulary guide to help during the summit. You can download that as well. The link will be obviously in the email for you to download it, and then you'll have it available. So as you're hearing the different speakers use certain terminology, then you'll be able to go, oh, wait a minute, let me see what she meant by that. And then you can look it up, and there it is. So the first word I want you to be comfortable with is the field. In science and in scripture, there's an understanding that we exist in more than just physical space. I'm sure a lot of you have heard different dimension, talk about dimensions and stuff like that. We do exist more than just this physical space. There is an invisible realm of energy, information, and connection that surrounds every living thing. Every living thing. Scientists call your personal version of this the biofield, and that happened 1994. The National Institutes of Health formally recognized that the human body is surrounded by an electromagnetic field that responds to your thoughts, to your emotions, to your beliefs, to your subconscious beliefs. And we even now, which you'll learn through the summit, your ancestral field is involved with your field as well. So we mean the invisible but real energetic atmosphere that your body is always living inside of. Just so kind of think about that, is that your body's living inside of this atmosphere, and you have the ability to change what comes in this atmosphere around your body and what goes out. So healing begins in the field, actually, before it shows up in the body. That was something new for me to learn, that it begins in the field and shows up in the body. So we can really, I mean, you're going to enjoy some of the things that these speakers are talking about because, we can alter the field and make it work for us. The second definition that I want to speak to you about is quantum and also quantum healing. Um, some people have asked me many times, what do you mean by quantum? And think it sounds complicated. And yeah, I would say if you're thinking of quantum physicists and all the laboratory and things that they do, then yes, it would be complicated. But the actual simplicity of it is that quantum means the smallest unit of energy. Quantum science has shown us that it's the most fundamental level uh, of everything, including your body, its energy in motion. Nothing is truly solid. Boy, do we got to get our minds wrapped around that. Nothing is truly solid. Everything is vibrating. And this is the most hopeful thing I can tell you because energy can always shift, which means you can always shift. Breakthrough, quantum healing breakthrough. Expect a shift this as you watch these videos. Quantum healing, then, is the idea that can happen at an energetic level beneath the physical symptoms by shifting the frequencies, the beliefs, and patterns your body's been responding to. It's not magic. It's not just medicine. It's alignment. And then let's go into the words frequency and vibration because we hear that a lot. And so I want you to be aware of that as well. So these words will come up again and again and again. Okay. Everything in creation carries a frequency, a rate of energetic movement. Your emotions carry frequency. Your words carry frequency. Your beliefs vibrate at a certain level. Higher frequency states include peace, love, gratitude, faith. Lower frequency states include fear, shame, grief, self-lack. What you consistently feel and believe, you vibrate at. And your body, your relationships, your life tend to reflect that frequency back to you. This is not about blame. This is about awareness, because once you see it, you can begin to shift it. So I also talk about, even in the title, about healing spirit, soul, and body. We are one of the foundations of everything we teach here is you're not just a body, you're a whole being. Your spirit, your soul, and your body. Your spirit is your God-breathed life force. It's your deepest identity. It's communion with God. It's where that happens. Your soul is your mind and your will and your emotions. Yes, I believe our spirit has a mind and will and emotions too, but what in general we're used to is what we are consciously aware of. Your soul is where your story lives, where your beliefs were formed, and where your patterns run. And your body, it's that physical vessel, always listening, always responding to what's happening in your spirit and soul. So true wholeness requires all three to come into alignment. This is what the summit is designed to support. So let's talk about consciousness. Your consciousness is your awareness, the part of you that observes, that thinks, that chooses, and experiences. But here's what most people don't realize. Consciousness operates on multiple levels. You're going to be hearing this, the different levels of consciousness throughout the summit. There's your conscious mind, what you think and believe. There's your subconscious mind, which in my book, Mirror, Mirror, What the Heck Happened, I call your secret mind. The patterns running quietly beneath the surface, formed in childhood, formed in moments of fear or pain, running like background programs, even when you're not aware of them. And then there's what I call the superconscious, your spirit connected to God, to divine truth, to who you were always created to be. Healing often requires us to gently go beneath the surface and tend to what lives in the subconscious with truth, compassion, and grace. And you'll learn some of the how-tos with the speakers this week. So there's also terminology, divine design, rewiring, and nervous system you're going to hear a lot about. You were not randomly assembled. You were intentionally crafted with purpose, with gifts, with calling, with identity. And that capacity is built into your very DNA, which is what we mean by divine design. Your healing journey is not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you always were created to be. Now, how does that actually happen? Through something scientists call rewiring. Your brain has the ability to form new pathways, new responses, new patterns. The Bible calls this renewing the mind. And it happens when we gently replace old patterns with new truth. But here's what makes this possible. Your nervous system must feel safe first. Your nervous system is your body's internal communication network. When it senses threat, it protects. When it feels safe, it opens. Healing cannot be forced. It must be safe. And that is exactly what we are creating together here. So, as you move through this summit, you'll have new foundations. You'll understand the field, the biofield, quantum healing, frequency and vibration, spirit, soul, and body, consciousness and subconscious, divine design, rewiring, and the nervous system. They're not just words, they're maps. Maps that will help you navigate what you are about to experience. I created a companion guide for you with all of these definitions and declarations to speak over yourself. You can download it in the show notes. So you're not here to just learn words. You're here to live from a new understanding. And that journey begins right now. See you inside the field.